you probably know how you do this anyway, so don't, on comments and everything, but there's a lot of people that don't realise how you can work this one. So firstly what I'm going to show you is the easy bit really, to get a rough idea of the score. We can never guarantee it, we never know what it's going to be, anything can happen, especially with the weather and everything. So we never know what's going to happen, but we'll have a quick look at this one. It's quite a bit matched at the minute, it's not too bad, that's what we want. But obviously this is matched on the match odds and we're doing correct score, so that hasn't really built up yet, because this ain't well tonight, it's about 7:45 tonight, is it? So yeah, it's not built up properly yet, but we can have a quick look at it, get an idea what we want to do. So first thing I'll be looking at is obviously, like I said, the what's being matched, because you want plenty of money in this market. So yeah, Wraith, looking at this, a strong favourite at the moment, so it's looking good. You can do some more research on flash scores and things to get a rough idea of what's happened before, but we'll just base it on Betfair stats just to see what that comes up with. So like I said, we've got them at a strong favourite, so we'll be looking at the score line in favour of Wraith, and they're playing at home as well, which is what I like. I always like that one. So yeah, nice home strong favourite on that one. So let's look below, see what we're looking at on unders and overs. So we're looking at under 3.5 goals, what they're predicting, and over 2.5. So we'll work between them. So we're looking at these going to be some goals in this one. So we're going to try and cover as many scorelines as we can between those two areas, and we're going to just adjust the money accordingly for that. So we're not going to Dutch it, we're going to just move it back a little bit. So I've already put some in, so I'll show you what I mean. 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 3-0, 3-1. Now they're saying under 3.5. Well, yeah, we've got 4 here, got that as a safety net, which is why I haven't got as much on it. So mainly we're looking at between probably 2-0 and 3-0. Hopefully, that's what we'd like, and that goes on what the odds are at the moment, because that's favouring Wraith and over 2.5, kind of like under 3.5. So yeah, that's the area we want to look at, and then as outsiders, as I like to call them, like 3-1, 0-0, 1-0, that kind of thing. And if you look, that's why I haven't got as much on them. So the 1-0, I've got it just as a cover, just in case it ended 1-0. It just covers us with a scratch trade. 1-0, we haven't put much on that one. Again, like a scratch trade, get a little bit of profit if we got matched. Obviously I'm not putting it on yet because there's nothing on books at the minute, so I'm going to wait well later on. But this is just to give you an idea. 2-0, that's where it gets a bit interesting, because this is where it could be. So 2-0, let's move it up a little bit. So 2-0 on that, we've got about 11.72, it's just roughly what I put in. I might change that a little bit. And that gives £43. 2-1 I put on, which keeps us in that 3 range altogether, the under 3.5, just in case Albion come back with a goal, basically. And then we've got the 3-0 covered for, we'll get about £7 out of that one, it's not a lot. And then the 3-1, which again is one of those outsiders. So you can add a bit more onto this 3-0 if you want. Just remember, when you adjust these, it will adjust the other bits. So like if I change that to 12, as you can see, it'll change everything else. So it's changed it to the top, like these, look. Not too bad though, so it gives a bit more on that one. His liability is only 34.55. Now bear in mind, a lot of people say, why don't you just have under the 3.5? So yeah, have a look at that. So his liability is this. I don't know if I can do that actually. Never tried it before. Seen it, I'll copy it. So we'll go across here and we'll go on the under 3.5 goals, back under 3.5, put that liability in, paste, and we get £17. So that's my point. You might as well, because for £34, £35 liability, you're only getting about £17–18. Whereas on this, you're going to be getting a lot more, unless obviously it's this. but you know, I mean, you can move this money about if you wanted to. If you think they're playing strong, you want to move a bit about. It's like if it, you know what I mean, if it gets to this, then you can take some of this out if you wanted to, like I've shown you before on other videos. If you think they're going to get another goal in, or if you're worried that Albion might get one in, you can move a bit more across, lower your liability if you can, move a bit more money across. It's like you can do, I'll put in other videos, but yeah, I just thought I'd give you an idea of this. I mean, I like this method. Like I say, if it stays 0-0, then we've just got a scratch trade. We haven't lost anything, so we call that a win. We're not expecting, I mean, this can happen, 0-1 can happen, 0-2 can happen, 0-3 I'd say can happen. You never know. But you know what I mean, the odds are not expecting this. Betfair's not expecting this, you know what I mean, the algorithm isn't. It can happen. But the thing is, it's, yeah, we get that under at 3.5, but we're not getting a good price. So, like I said, we're favouring a strong favourite. So, like I said, 0-0, 1-0, not too bad. Just get a scratch trade. You can put more on these if you want, like I said. A little bit. You can take this up to 50 if you want, or whatever you decide you're going to have, and put a bit more on those other score lines. But yeah, at the moment, it's not bad. You're not getting a bad return. Like I say, you can move it on if you want. But yeah, like I say, if you want to put a bit more on the 2-0, 2-1, or even the 3-0, if you want to put a bit more on that, you can do. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. Like I said, I know a few of you know how to do it, but it's just a little bit extra if you don't. So like I say, on my Patreon, what I think I'm going to start doing, which I don't think I've mentioned to the members yet, is that I do selections. I do like daily selections, weekly selections of stats on under 2.5, which teams, you know what I mean, all stats on teams under 2.5 and things like that, and wins. I might do one on a correct score kind of thing, I don't know. I might have a practice with it and see how it goes on stats, and that just helps it break down a little bit for Patreon members so they can get a better idea what they want. So again, I'll leave it at that, and just have a little look through this video, go back on it a few times, and yeah, just remember to like it. Not a lot of people remember to like it, and subscribe as well. You know, I get a lot of people coming watching it over and over again but don't subscribe and don't like, and it does help. So yeah, if you can do that, like they always say, it helps the YouTube algorithm, as they call it. So yeah, like it if you enjoy it, if it gives you a bit of benefit, you know what I mean, then give it a like. It does help. It don't cost you anything, it's just a tick of a button, little thumb. And same with subscribe, you don't get charged for subscribing. Some people actually think that, which is weird, but you don't get charged for it. It's just, you know what I mean, you just know when I upload other videos. So right, I'll leave it at that, and